podcast. This is episode number 2. We got the DVD
I
going.
I can't remember what I look like.
You can't. Oh wait, I'm not filming the right thing. Hold on.
Of course
Hold
you're not.
on. There we go. Magic. All fixed. I was doing the wrong thing.
Let
Where's the
me pop you out over there. Yeah, we just feel like DVD today.
Yeah, I was trying to find a good screensaver and I found the DVD, so that's gonna play for 10 hours now. I'm not gonna actually leave it on my TV for 10 hours though.
Hopefully this podcast doesn't take 10 hours because I feel like I'd pass away after 10 hours of video editing.
I hope that doesn't hit the corn at some point, because that's gonna keep people distracted this entire podcast. Like, if we're gonna be sitting here just talking, they're gonna be like,
the minute it hits the corner, I'm just gonna cheer.
Oh, it's going.
Yeah!
No, it didn't. It didn't. It bounced like the slightest bit off the corner.
Come
Alright.
on.
It's not gonna hit, bro. I don't think it is. We could look at the comments. Hold on. The YouTube.
Does it actually hit? Come on. Come on. Oh, it's getting so close like every time. Oh, come on. Oh, that's making me mad. That's making me real mad.
Alright, it does hit the corner.
Okay.
The bottom left corner. So it's at some point, maybe in this podcast, maybe not. But
Hopefully I
guys, if
don't
you're new
notice.
here, I'm Benson. That's Jaden. He's British. I'm American.
We got fans with the name tags.
Yeah. We decided to be different today. I got a little gradient. Jaden's just boring with his white text. Jaden's a very boring person. But today, I don't know what we're talking about. We still haven't come up with a topic for this, might I add.
No, we haven't.
So this is Bridging the Pond, everybody. We have
It's
no
his fault.
topic for Bridging the Pond as of current. So comment down
Our
below what you
topic-
think would be a
Our
good topic.
topic is yapping. Oh yeah, well, I was meant to post a video this week, but I didn't.
How dare you? Disappointment.
Well, I posted an update about it, and don't mind the fact that I've just gone fully white on my left side.
Did my finals on
Actually,
Wednesday?
no, wait, that's my right side, not my left side.
Yeah,
Huh?
learn your lefts and rights, Jaden.
Shut up.
I
My
just
camera.
spat all over my mic.
I'm looking at Discord and it's inverted on my end. So
I just spat all over my Discord. All over my
Good.
Discord, all over my microphone.
deserved.
Deserved as well.
Links to the equipment we use will be down in the description, along with a disclaimer that Fifine is not partnered with us because we're not that special enough for
Sadly.
partners yet.
Yeah, we're not
yeah.
special.
Nah.
Not
we're
in that way.
And also, my green LED's gone because I've switched to XLR mode.
What does
Yeah,
that mean?
you don't.
Oh, you're
I'm
attached to
using.
a little XLR thing.
Yes, I'm using a mixer. I'm using an audio mixer now.
Nerd.
Because I found space for it on my desk again. But it doesn't matter, I'm getting a new desk soon anyway, so...
I have plenty of
'Cause
space on my desk besides the 2, 4, 6, 10 cans of Sprite, 3 bottles of apple juice, and whatever this is. It's body
If this-
armor.
if that's-
It's Dude Perfect
that's-
body armor.
If that's
Not
not
sponsored.
proof that you're... If that's not proof you're addicted to Sprite, I don't know what is.
I got 4 cans in the mini fridge down here on the floor. I could crack a cold one right now.
So, anyway, the reason why I didn't post, and, well, this could
'Cause he's a
very well... Buddy, my latest video got more views than yours did.
Yeah, because my
So
latest
don't
video
leave
is this
him.
podcast.
Oh my god, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Because FS25 is broken. And Giants
on.
is useless to me.
You know when you sent that message yesterday saying I feel so stupid, I was like, did he fix it?
Nope.
Like,
I wish I did. I wish I did. But gave me some things to help fix it, though. I haven't tried them yet because I haven't had my PC on lately.
Well, maybe we'll do that after the podcast is over because well, tech
Maybe.
support's here now.
Yeah, I swear to God,
Wait
if it's
a
not fixable, I'm
second.
gonna lose it.
It is fixable.
Yeah.
This is proof that I also need a new PC because Windows Explorer just crashed. I opened
Oh.
Google Chrome. That was it. And my taskbar reloaded everything.
I want somebody to comment on this video if the DVD does at the corner, because I'm not paying attention to the DVD.
Yeah, and at the timestamp, I beg
Yeah.
of you.
Please add the timestamp. But yeah, it might hit the corner while we're here.
I'm gonna be editing it and just watching it like a hawk.
Jaden is still reflected on the TV.
I am.
I was
I'm very,
hoping
very
that putting the
special.
DVD up would not have that happen.
It's a
But-
black background. What do you expect?
What do you want it to be, rainbow or something? Pride
That's
Month.
not what I
Happy
said.
Pride Month, everybody.
Oh yeah, it is true.
It's also
it is
Men's
Pride Month.
Mental Health Month.
It is. Mental health
Keep
is
your
very,
mental
very
health good,
important.
people. Depression
I
is
don't
not
want to talk
okay.
about. I don't want to talk about mine.
Yours is a different episode. Yours could be like a whole 2-hour conversation.
Oh, I see it. Good. my trauma from school can
I could eat a warhead right now,
be
guys.
5 hours alone. What?
I could eat a warhead.
Oh no,
Never again.
not the warhead.
I have 3 left. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I have
I'm
no
gonna
sweet-
bring them to my friend's house and I'm gonna dare him to eat it.
Well, I have no food in my drawer, so.
I have got a can of Pringles, box of Cheez-Its, bag of Cheetos, bag of Sun Chips, 4 bags of Goldfish, and a box of Nutri-Grain bars on my desk.
What the hell just went off in my room?
Oh my god! I woke up 2 days ago.
Hello?
'Cause I have
Anyone
this little-
home?
I have this little like lamp in my room. It's like it's like one of the wax lamps that melts the wax and makes your room smell good. It's like Star Wars themed.
Oh, yeah.
Nerd moment. But I woke up at
Mhm.
like 5 in the morning to the bulb of it going psh, just breaking, and I'm like, what the hell was that? I looked around. Nothing had fallen. Nobody had entered the room. There was nothing in there. There's no mice, no cat. Like I looked over at the lamp and I'm like, well, because it's off. It's turned off at this point. And I'm like, dude. And we don't have a light bulb to replace it yet. So I slept with it off last night. And I'm like, buddy. So I need a light bulb for that at some point. We might have one, actually. I don't know.
I think, right. I've had to turn my bedroom light on, right? Because
Mhm.
my camera is not getting enough exposure. Because if you look outside, right? Oh, it's easily light outside, right? But for some strange reason, where I am in my room, it's not light enough. But with that being said, the reason why I haven't posted this week, and also I don't know how it's going to affect the podcast, was planning on doing renovations in my room. So we're going to get a bigger desk, a new bed, everything. So this current desk I have is like 100 centimeters. The new one I'm getting, 160. That's going to be a lot of new space for new things.
Sorry, I was not
And-
listening to you at all. The DVD almost hit the corner. Oh! I blacked it.
Did it hit?
I
Did it
blacked
hit?
I think it did hit, though.
Oh.
Hold on, we'll
Oh.
rewind. That's the part of having. It didn't. It didn't.
Oh.
It was literally the dink to the bottom and a dink to the left. I'm disappointed in you. Fired. Oh.
Wait. Ah. No. Oh. Hang on. Wait.
It's
Oh.
not gonna hit for like 20 more minutes, bro. We're only like 10 minutes into this video. Yeah, we're not even
What,
10 minutes
already?
into this video.
Anyways, back to what I was trying to say. I'm gonna have to repeat myself because Bunsen's death.
Sorry,
Um,
the DVD is. Oh my god, it almost hit again. Who is texting me nonstop? My friend on Snapchat.
Sounds about right.
I have to
meanwhile,
check
me,
watch
my
out before
phone
she
is-
does it again.
Alright, and then meanwhile, my phone be empty because
You're having
no one loves me.
I have got 5 Snapchat
Any-
notifications. Don't mind my background.
Of course, it's the rookie.
It's actually just a drawing of the.
Oh yeah, the drawing you did. Anyway,
But
so the current desk I have is 100 centimeters. The new desk that I'm planning on getting is 160. So that's gonna be plenty of more space. Like my desk is very cramped at the moment, But I'm just looking forward to the new space. I have a new keyboard arriving tomorrow also.
What kind of keyboard? What brand?
Razer.
Oh, what is it? Wireless?
No.
Good.
I refuse
Even my Razer
wireless.
wired keyboard is butt though.
My current one is Bluetooth. This is the Logitech MX Keys Mini.
I was debating
like, what am
getting
I
a wireless Logitech keyboard.
Yeah, I mean, and I also have a new mouse too, the G502 Hero.
I have that too.
Oh, you have the
I have
wireless
the
one.
wired version. I had the
Oh,
wired version. It was on the
my
shelf
thing
back
came
there.
off.
Mine is broken. The cord.
know-
So I have a keyboard tray that I use, and the cord rubs against the edge of it in the back. But the problem is the cord was made out of like a thread, so it was a threaded cord, weaved cord. So
Yeah.
and it ended up like breaking.
Gotcha.
So it started like wearing off, and then the mouse didn't break because of that though. It broke for a different reason that I can't figure out. Because the cord works fine. Like the cord is perfectly fine. It's making conductivity. It's just the mouse doesn't work properly. So it's now sitting on the floor over there. And I have this one now. I have weights in this actually.
Yeah,
Or
I
no,
did too.
didn't. I
I put
had weights in this. No, wait, maybe I do have weights.
I put the weights in mine.
I didn't put all the weights in mine. It makes it too slow. I had a weight in my other one, and the funny thing is about the other one is, oh, this is where the dongle is. Here's the weights. I got 8 grams of weights in there. So, but yeah, the old one I had,
Gotcha.
my issue was that I put a weight in where it wasn't supposed to go. So there's forever a weight stuck in the mouse.
Great. Typical. So that's something you would do. You know, something else I want to do. I want to get some lights, like to attach onto my desk, like through like a clamp, like my microphone arm, so then I can stop the glare on my glasses um with my monitors and stuff. Because hopefully that will help mitigate that. Because if you look, if I look straight at my camera right now, you will see the reflection of Discord, because Discord's right here. So. And also to my right is my portable monitor, which is vertically stood up at the moment because again, no space on my desk, and Spotify's open there. I know Spotify playing right now.
I'm trying to give you guys a good view of the DVD.
DVD.
Well, my friend keeps texting me. She's like, call me. And I'm like, I'm busy. I'm filming a podcast episode. And she's like, why? I need to talk to you. It's important. I'm like, I'm busy.
Ah, chill.
What do you not understand?
Chill, bruh, chill. Oh.
She's
You
like,
know-
tell
you know
your
what?
friend to back off because she needs me right now. And I'm like, nope. I'll talk to her later. I'm putting my phone face down so I don't feel compelled. My watch is over there on the charger.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen to the podcast in regards to how, because I honestly I don't know how long this is gonna take.
Going on 2 weeks.
Well, fun fact, we were meant to get started this weekend, but something happened to my dad. He may or may not. Well, it's not confirmed, but he could have fractured a rib.
How?
So, they had his work had a new cooker delivered. So
Like a
basically, what they were
stove
doing,
or an oven?
well, it's like an oven,
Okay.
right? We're talking like, when I say industrial, it's not like industrial size. It's just like industrial made.
Okay.
So like it's really good.
Okay.
And they tried to they were trying to lift it onto it's like, we call it a sat truck. Like I'll put an image on the screen, but like it's basically something where you can put an item on and you can just wheel it along. That's what we call a sat truck over here in the UK.
A dolly?
A sat truck. I think you guys call it a dolly.
Hold on.
Hang on.
Let me get a picture of it on Google.
Yeah, and put it on the screen. I'll tell you.
Something like, I need an image, not a Home Depot shopping ad thing. Like
Home
that?
Depot.
Like that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a dolly.
So you guys call it a dolly, we call it a sat truck. So it's my dad, and two others. And bear in mind, the three of them combined are pretty strong. Just bear that in mind. So they weren't. What was it they were trying to do? They weren't rolling it in a sense, but it was kind of like they were going to push it onto its back to get it on, if that makes sense. But what happened is, as they were pushing it, my dad got caught because one of them had misjudged it, and it brought him down with it. So as it rolled,
Oofa.
he then rolled.
Oh.
Right. So my dad's on the floor. Like, he said to me, it hurt so bad there and then because he said I heard something crack. So so apparently he was on the floor for like a minute and a half because it really hurt.
Oofa.
So then he comes home and he's
Mhm.
like, I think I might have done something. And we were like, go and get it. Go to minor injuries. Go to the minor injuries. You're gonna get it checked out. He was like, no, I'll see what happens. And I was
Oh
like,
god.
go get it checked out. Because he's done 25 years in the Navy. He's stubborn as hell, right? I think in the 10 years that we've lived here, he's gone to the doctors with a problem twice. Like, yeah, it's that bad. Like, fathers are pretty stubborn, but my one is stubborn as hell.
My dad
And then
isn't stubborn per se. He's just persistent.
and then he asks me, "Why are you so stubborn?" I'm like, "Buddy, where do you think I get it from?"
I wonder.
So
Like where I
then
get my
he went and
clumsiness from.
so then he went and got it checked out yesterday. And basically what they said is you've definitely bruised it, but they can't confirm or deny whether it's either broken or fractured.
I've never broken a bone
So
in my life. I'm just better like that.
I've never broken a bone either. Hopefully
I've
I can
sprained my
die.
toe before. I sprained my pinky
Hope-
toe.
Hopefully I can die, and I can say that. Like
don't
when I
think
get
you
when I
will.
get.
You're gonna the average
Don't
lifespan of a human
Don't
being is like
curse me.
70
Don't
to
curse
80,
me.
and it's likely that
don't-
you will break a bone in those 80ish years of your life. It's
I
unlikely that you don't.
When I turn 80, I just won't move. Simple. I'll just sit in one
When you turn
space
80,
and I'll just.
you're gonna text me like, "Hey, still haven't broken a bone. Still haven't lost my virginity yet."
You know what? If you come to my funeral, I'm gonna get one of my family members to text you right from my phone to say I told you so. I didn't break a bone.
Well, technically, if you well, that depends on how you died.
Okay, yeah,
That's
true.
the other thing. Like, if you died of like an accident, you could have
Say
gotten
that.
broken bones then. But you might not have
I
gotten broken bones in the other time of your in the other.
but that wouldn't count though
Yes, it
because if I
would.
died,
No.
because if I died, then in my lifetime I didn't break my bones.
Well,
If I had an accident and I lived through the accident, then it would count. But if I died,
if you got in an accident, so you don't always die immediately.
well,
from an accident.
no, not straight away, no.
Like, if let's say you were in like a Tahoe, and I was like a
Yeah.
Tahoe was an SUV. A Tahoe is a Chevy SUV. You're in a Tahoe, and I'm in a Chevy Cobalt. I don't know. I can only think of Chevy branded vehicles for some reason. And
Honda Civic.
I rear end you going like 20 miles an hour. You're not gonna die. You're probably not gonna have any broken bones. You might just have like a concussion.
Probably not.
Or like maybe your leg is pinned somewhere or something. But if I were to like, someone's in a semi truck, and they swerve with a trailer and they hit me
Yeah.
and I go off the road, but I impact with the guardrail, break like my leg and my arm, but I live, that's not counted. But if you don't die upon impact and then you live to get to a hospital, but you die at the hospital,
And then I die. then that would count.
Then
yeah.
that's in your lifetime.
If,
But if you
if I
died
died
on impact, then no, it wouldn't count.
or if they got to the scene and I was dead,
Or they
then
resuscitated
that wouldn't
you.
count. Yeah,
Because you would be dead when you had the broken bones.
yeah, exactly. Interesting debate. Got a bit morbid, but oh well. um. So yeah, my bedroom's temporarily on hold, but
Shucks.
it's fine.
I can't just
I'm
show
just
up and
praying
like,
that-
break into your house.
I'm just praying that I don't fracture a rib doing my room.
Maybe you shouldn't do
In-
your room then.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't.
You
Why do I
like
have
got
3
winded
pins?
from taking the stuff off of your desk, didn't you?
That was for an entirely different reason. That
Mm-hmm.
that was that was because I had a back injury prior,
Oh, sure.
and I made my back worse.
Today
So
was
that doesn't
field
count.
day. I did not
Nope.
like it. It was enjoyable.
n-
But I got to eat food, so. And I got to use my phone in school. Because, like, they were like, don't take out your phones. And then there was, like, 4 people with their phones out, and they just gave up. So I went and grabbed my phone from my locker and played. I played Bloons Tower Defense 6. Not sponsored. But I played that for, like, an hour in 5th period today.
Wait, so the message I put up a community post
Mhm.
saying, "Hey, I want to start off this by apologizing for the delay in posting this week. I'm sad to announce there will be no video coming out this week. This is due to
Shucks.
plans to renovate my gaming space, which is a pretty involved process, so I'm unsure when these renovations will begin. So I can't give an exact time frame as to when posting will be back to normal. It all depends on multiple factors, as I need some help from my dad and my brothers, as I'm not quite ready to tackle building IKEA furniture yet." I'll aim and post a video next week, so you guys have some more content in the meanwhile. I'll keep you guys updated.
You'll just have to come
So-
to my channel and watch my better YouTube videos. Kidding.
Excuse you.
Kidding.
Excuse
To a certain
excuse
extent.
you. Excuse you. My latest video has 210 views.
What's your video? A Phasmophobia clip or
No.
you know Paul Water, he has a clip of me screaming like a little girl. In Phasmophobia.
I want a copy of that.
I don't know, he might not have it anymore. But we were playing Phasmophobia with Blue, and we were in Tanglewood, the literal easiest map. And
Yeah.
all the lights in the house were off because like we didn't turn the power on because we were using the spirit box and stuff. So the ghost appears. So I'm in the kitchen, like right here. The ghost appears in the corner over there in the dining room. And I had perfect eyesight. And it was one of like the weird, scary, like weird looking ghosts. And I screamed and I ran out the house. It was just an event and they're like, you're overreacting. And I'm like, no.
Literally, all you hear is
Well, we don't use the in-game ones, so we use Discord. 'Cause that's how we
God,
communicate with dead people.
There's a clip on Brian's channel.
I know, I
on
watched
Twitch,
it, I think.
of Lethal Company where I
Yes, I saw that.
misjudged a jump
I saw that.
and I just went ah.
I saw that.
Was
Yeah,
it-
yeah, I saw
And then just ah.
that. It was so funny. Cause like I don't play Lethal Company, but like have you seen there's this video of Repo, you know Repo, like the little game with like the little blob guys look like they're from Among Us.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video of the dude just laying on the floor singing I love? Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I gotta find it because you need to watch. I thought I sent you it, but maybe I didn't.
Did you?
Oh my god, somebody's freaking texting me again.
Of course they are. You're just too popular.
I'm just a great person.
Real. If I right, Ridge,
I'll send it to you.
you make great wallets, but stop emailing me every 2 minutes.
My dad has a Ridge wallet, and I find them to be they're compact, but they're annoying because like he asked me to get his credit card one time, and I couldn't get the card out. Wow, you're
Buddy, look. Right? It's that simple. There's a car out there for a reason.
Yeah,
And-
I know, but I couldn't because like he had like
Is it-
10 cards in there. He had like 5 or
As a
7
car-
cards in there. He had the money clip
Oh,
on the side, and I just couldn't force it open.
I had to be very careful then, not to you know. I need to watch this video.
My friend is still getting mad at me. He's like, "What are you podcasting?" I'm not filming live. That's for a reason. Hold on,
The
I'm blocking
hell?
TVD again. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to take my side.
People
I got a
playing
pile
Reaper
of
are
socks on
so
my
freaking
office
weird.
floor.
You know the one game I've really wanted to buy recently?
What?
BeamNG Drive, but I don't have the money for it.
Lacking begs me to buy that game like on the daily, and I'm like, no. I would buy it.
I mean, I should be careful what I say, but he's just telling me to pirate it, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Piracy is illegal. Don't do that.
Yeah. Lacking because I'm not getting that. Got the money for that, and he's like, well, you're rich. Everybody in the friend group thinks Jason literally
Yeah,
moved to Florida.
which really gets on my nerves.
Jason literally moved to Florida, and I'm like, you're calling me like $500,000 a year. Not actually, but
Yes,
it's like really expensive.
it is pretty expensive.
Living in a private housing.
It's
With
it's
like
a new build
huge-ass
as well. It's
house.
it's a
For
new
sale.
build as well. It's a new build as well because if you, I mean, because obviously he has Snap Maps on, guys. So I'm not stalking him, but if you go to where he is, I believe it. I can't remember if it was Snap Maps or whether it was Google Earth, but there's an aerial shot of when it was nothing but dirt, and I was like, he's not on dirt right now, is he?
No, it's like
That's
it's
how
so weird because like you guys are. One of them is them are over 100. Either of them are over 100K. One of them is like 60,000, and the other's like 80,000 or something. And it's like just because it's an expensive car doesn't mean
But
like, that doesn't mean
the other
anything.
thing is as well is just because you have something that's expensive does not mean you're rich,
Yeah.
right? The money I'm looking at dropping on this PC, right? Once I have it, that's not gonna make me rich. If anything, I'm gonna be poor for like the rest of my life.
The other thing is like there's like these YouTubers. I don't know. Some of you guys might know the Stradman. He's a YouTuber. Has like a lot of nice cars and he has a really big house. He has a really big house and it's like he's almost bankrupt. He almost went bankrupt 3 times, but he still has all these nice cars. Just because you have nice cars and an expensive house and all that doesn't mean you're rich. You could be.
Exactly.
You could have $2 in your account and own millions of dollars worth of cars. Yes, eventually you will have to pay money off on those cars, but by then you might have sold a car. If you have $2 in your name and you own all these cars, you're selling at least one or two of them.
It's like with cars at the moment. My dad has a 2013 Volkswagen Transporter, right? A couple of years ago when we bought it, right, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, I mean, if we were looking at the same car now, we probably wouldn't be able to afford it. But we can just about afford the insurance on it now, right? Just because we bought something back then that might have been a bit expensive does not mean we're rich now. I mean, this house was really expensive. We're still, I mean, obviously we have a mortgage, we're still paying it off. But like again, just because we dropped cash on a house doesn't mean like, oh, you're rich, yeah. Like no.
Yeah.
I don't know where this stereotype comes from. Like it has to stop.
Like just because you own something nice and expensive doesn't mean you're rich. The definition of rich is very undefined. It's very
It-
it's a very like it's hard to put it, but it's a definition that's very bland. It doesn't really have an actual definition. It's just the definition of rich I think is just you have a lot of something. Like let me look.
Either you have a lot of money or you have, well, even then having nice things isn't really something like, for example, I never tell the group anymore when I buy stuff because like
Rich,
I'll say
having a great deal of money or assets, wealthy, or plentiful, abundant. It's usually the term everybody thinks of it as is the adjective. Having a great deal of money or assets wealthy. It's not like $100,000 or like $300,000 rich. Rich is millionaire. Like $2 million,
Yeah,
$7 million.
like
I don't know that
maybe
money.
maybe you're like making like 7 figures a year or something like that, or better yet, like you're rolling in like 3 figures like a week or something like that.
But you
I mean,
will. The
damn
other
it.
thing is people in America spend almost like 60% or something of their salary every year. Like, in average, like, most people average like 60K a year, I think, as their salary. They'll
Yeah,
spend probably about half of that. Like, it's expensive to live in America. Our economy
because you
is horrible as well right now because Trump is putting these tariffs out. Other things. The tariffs aren't out yet, I don't think. I might be wrong,
I don't know.
but he's talking
Like
with like hundreds of countries, and it's like they're not gonna get this done in 6 months. He put it on like a 6 week break, saying I need to talk to these countries. He hasn't finished. He needs at least like a year to negotiate with these countries because China especially. Like we're gonna
I,
go to war with China. It's inevitable. China's
and
not
just to
backing down.
and just to clarify, like we don't mean to get political, but
We're not.
these things are getting out of hand. Like I don't know how many people watch Linus Tech Tips, but I've followed him for a very long time. I watch his podcast every Friday. Well, they do it live
It's
when I'm
literally
asleep.
Friday right now.
Well, no, on Saturdays in the morning, I will watch the podcast. I'm holding in my hand the screwdriver, the LCD
$60.
screwdriver, because yeah, $60. Honestly, worth the money. I'm not even lying. Out of all the screwdrivers I've used, this is the best one that I've ever
Hold on, I got a
used.
screwdriver
I'm
right
not even,
here.
and I'm not saying that right because I love Linus. Genuinely, like I'm gonna use this to build some furniture. Like genuinely.
This is a screwdriver from like I think this is from like Home Depot. This is
They
a
dropped it.
Husky screwdriver. It has changeable heads. This one is the thick side. This is the thin one. You can make this flathead or Phillips head. You can make this flathead or Phillips head. This I think was
You
like $10-$20.
obviously the LCD screwdriver has a diamond etched knurling, so you know when you're screwing in screws, you can kind of like get that grip. Obviously, it's a ratcheting screwdriver, so like I don't know. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't like. The other thing is ratcheting screwdrivers.
There you go.
I only use ratcheting screwdrivers on a car. Like
See,
if you're taking like a ratchet wrench, like that's what it is, a ratcheting wrench.
yeah.
You use that when you take off wheels and other things on a car. But to use a ratcheting screwdriver for daily things like screwing in a bolt or screwing in a little screw for like a microphone boom arm in this case, like you don't need that. That's
Because
not
here's what I
needed.
love as well. I don't always use the ratcheting mechanism either. Because this part here, it's a dial, right? There's 3 different modes. If you start with the first one, you're kind of twisting backwards.
Hmm.
If you go in the middle, it's locked, and you could go in either direction by doing this. And then there's obviously forward. But bearing in mind, you could have this in like the forward position, you can still do this. This won't move unless you move it. So, but like, I was watching the WAN show, Linus's show. When?
That's corny.
The Wide Area Network show. How is that called? Do you know what? Never mind. Anyway,
Why?
um,
New Phineas and Ferb season's out, guys. I forgot about that. I was gonna bring that up.
oh,
Season 5 of Phineas and Ferb's out.
oh yeah. Did I forget to mention the bit storage is in the handle like this?
Yeah, I know you
You
did tell
just
me that.
get the bit you need, put it on, starts moving.
Well, see, look at it's also stored in the handle. Look at it's also stored in the handle. It's hard to see, but it's
The
like
one,
their handle. It's also
the
stored in
one,
the
the one
handle.
thing, the one thing I don't like is my dad has a ratcheting screwdriver. His bit storage isn't like this. You have to like unscrew it, and it all lives like in the top of the cap, like right there. I'm so glad mine's like this.
I mean,
But
this one's simple. It's
yeah,
literally just pull this piece out, cause there's your Phillips head and your flathead. This is the bigger piece. Obviously, this is the bigger one. and then put it back in. Boom, works like that. Pull this out if you want the smaller side. Put it back in, and then boom, you've
The-
got your small one. You could pull that out too, not like
Mo-
that, but you know what I mean.
Most ratcheting screwdrivers, they have it where the cap comes off and all the bits are in the cap. I don't like that because you can very easily lose those bits, which is why this bit storage is a great solution. But anyway, back to what I
Yeah.
was saying. So, surely, I mean, I don't know how long it was after they spoke about the tariffs, but they were saying Linus and his team, they did a massive sale on the store because they were like, we don't know what these tariffs are going to do. That they try to do deals and sales when they can, and they were like, we don't know how much we can do that anymore because of these
Yeah.
tariffs. It's going to make things harder. Like like Linus Media Group as a business, this is going to impact them in ways that we don't know. But they did a massive sale that went on for like, I think it was it 2 weeks? I think it was 2 weeks. Originally it was a week, but they extended it. Um, and I was just like, come on, like why should companies have to do things like this? They literally just wanted
Well,
to get rid of much stock as possible
did you
because
notice Xbox raised their prices on everything?
well, I'm
Xbox
not surprised.
raised their prices on games, consoles. Like they added like $70 onto the Xbox Series X, I think. They added like $20 more on other things. They've raised prices of games, consoles, controllers, everything. And then
Yeah,
there's also Nintendo. They just came out with the Nintendo Switch 2. The games on the
I'm so
Nintendo Switch 2 are more expensive than the games, like you could buy the exact same game on the Nintendo Switch. Exact same game on the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 will be more expensive. And it's not because of
exactly.
tariffs, it's because for some reason you get a new console, you gotta get the more expensive game. The exact same game. More expensive. And they don't raise the
Like
prices on the old one either. Like they didn't raise them at all. They left them the same. And I own the original Nintendo Switch. I've had it for
I do too.
since it came
Mine's
out.
down here.
Probably I've had it, and it's like, okay, so you're just making this thing completely irrelevant, but it's still gonna be relevant because if you've looked at the new Nintendo Switch, it's got like different Joy Cons. It's got like better screen. Obviously, you can't make a new thing and then not make it better. But to make the games more expensive is just a money grab. It's just a cash grab. The console itself is more expensive, and then you're making the games more expensive as well. I bet you if somebody wanted to, they could take the old Nintendo Switch, change the screen to be a little bit bigger. Somebody probably has done that, and then change the joysticks to be
Probably.
better. Somebody has probably done that, and I bet you it is not very difficult to do. And then you'll have
I
the
mean,
exact same thing as a Nintendo Switch 2 with the prices of the old games.
well, I'm gonna step in and say, to an extent, you could be right. Ignore the fact my TV is just turned on. I'm just checking the status of Spider-Man 2 because it was on set. It was on sale, so me and my brother,
Mm,
we split the price.
I've had Spider-Man
Because
2 since it first came out.
because me and my brother, we both wanted it, but we didn't want to get
Mm,
2 copies, so we were just like, we'll go half on it.
yeah.
And what are you telling me in the 3 hours that I've left you,
You haven't even
you've
done halfway.
installed? It's installed 2 gigs out of the 87.
Mine. So I've had Spider-Man 2 since
Right.
like it first came out.
I'm gonna interrupt you, Dad. If you're watching this,
I doubt
if
it.
this isn't proof that we need better internet, I don't know what is.
I was playing Spider-Man 2, so I had Spider-Man 2 since like it first came out. I think like I got it like a week after it came out, maybe. But or no, I pre-ordered it. I think I pre-ordered it. But it's on my PlayStation
Yeah.
5, and it's a good game. But after you finish it, there's not much to do besides 100% it. Which I'm trying to 100% the game, but I just don't have the motivation to do that. So maybe over the summer
like-
I'll do it. But I have a
It's
picture. I
like-
have a picture of the end credits. I have a video. I finished the game and I just have a video of me taking the end credits. And it's like, what
It's
am I gonna
it's
do
like
with this video?
my brother completed the game, and now he's doing it on the hardest difficulty again.
Yeah.
Well, the first Spider-Man. Then he's gonna move on to the second one. So he's been quite nice. He's given me first dibs. I'm under strict instructions. I'm under strict
played-
instructions to not spoil it.
I think so. I played the original Spider-Man game, I remember I
Yeah.
was like 7, and I opened up my PS4. This
Gosh.
was before the PS4. I opened up the PS4, and I saw the Spider-Man game, or maybe I was like 9 or 10, and I'm like, Mom, what's this game? And the funny thing is like before my parents woke up, I opened up the game and I looked at it, and I didn't do anything in it because I know my dad would notice. He did not play that game. He played it for like a while, like a couple weeks, months, and then he stopped playing it. So I opened it thinking he still actually played it, and I'm like, Mom, what's this? Like, that's a game that you can't play because you're too young. And I'm like, okay. So now here I am with Spider-Man 2. And then the Spider-Man Miles Morales game felt unnecessary.
I think I played the original Spider-Man in 2022.
Yeah, I played the original Spider-Man, the remastered version for the PS5. And then I played the
Uh,
Miles Morales one, and then I played Spider-Man 2. There was Miles Morales one was kind of good, but it was pointless in a way. Because all it did was
I
give you Miles, but you
I
get him
I
in
had a play
Spider-Man 2 anyways. You get
I had a
both of them in
PlayStation
Spider-Man 2.
I had a PlayStation extra subscription at the time, and it was free. So I tried it, and I was like, I don't think this is my cup of tea. Like like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Miles one bit. Like, he's okay, but I'm just like, he's not the OG Spider-Man. I don't want to
Yeah.
dive too deep into his background. I'd rather focus on the original Spider-Man.
I hate that they
You know?
made Miles' movie. So Miles, if you don't know who Miles is, he's like the other Spider-Man who was like a teenager who got his powers as well. And he's
Yeah.
different. But I hate that they made his movies animated. Like, you're gonna have all of the normal Spider-Man movies, like Amazing Spider-Man, the original one, and then all the Tom Holland ones. Also, hot take: Tom Holland Spider-Man's in there. Like, I like him as Spider-Man, but the fact that he's with the Avengers just isn't Spider-Man classic. It's just they're striving for attention and they're milking the Avengers as much as they can. So they bring Spider-Man into the mix to give it that more pizzazz. And it's like, okay, cool, but like Spider-Man has always been on his own, separate universe from the MCU, and you're just slowly encroaching and moving him into the MCU. And I'm like, Tony, and when Tony was in his living room, that movie, you should have seen the look on my face. I was mad. Because it's like, dude, they've always been in different places. They've never crossed paths. And it's like, now you're going to go,
I am going to practice my right to remain silent.
you're gonna hold your Fifth Amendment, except you don't
I'm
have
go-
a Fifth
I'm go-
Amendment in the UK. We
I'm
left you for a
gonna
reason.
I'm going to stay quiet before I say something I'm going to regret.
Is it going against what I'm saying?
Yes.
Had a feeling.
Okay. I'm not going entirely against what you're saying. I just Tom Holland as a Spider-Man, he was okay. He was funny sometimes. You know,
Well,
like
when Tony screamed Underoos at the airport fight, that made me laugh. But like, that's only because that's Tony. Like, that's RDJ. No, oh my god! Don't even get me started on RDJ playing Doctor Doom, and Avengers Doom. Like, y'all had him end his contract. They kill Iron Man, and now they're bringing his actor back as the
as
villain. I know there's the saying like, you sometimes heroes live long enough to become the villain, but he didn't live. His character didn't become the villain. His character died, and the actor became the villain. And I'm like, dude, I love RDJ, but if y'all are gonna have him come back, I need him back as Iron Man, not Doctor Doom.
I love Iron Man
Because
so
he's gonna
much.
just be wearing a mask the entire time. He's gonna be wearing his metal mask. He's never gonna take it off because they can't show his face because
Yeah.
he's dead. So they can't show him at all. And then they've got like, I'm also mad about Chris Evans too. Like Chris Evans leaving, and then okay. My other thing is the new Avengers, the new Captain America, Brave New World. It was mid. Same with
By chance,
Thunderbolts. They're both
by
mid.
chance, do you have Chris on Discord?
What?
Do you have Chris on Discord?
Crisp, yeah.
Turn it off.
Why?
It keeps cutting you up.
That makes sense. Hold on. Voice settings. Y'all are gonna look at my voice settings now. Put on standard. But no. So like me and my family went to the theaters to watch Captain America Brave New World. I had high hopes for the movie. I was like, this is gonna be a good movie. It's Captain America. It's gonna be good. And then they have whatever this guy's name. I forgot his name. He was in
I've loved
Falcon
it.
and the Winter Soldier. It's whoever works with the new Captain America, whatever his name is. I honestly forgot his
Wasn't
name
it-
because I don't like him.
Wasn't it Sam?
Yeah, it was Sam Wilson, I think. Whoever
Sam Wilson.
it's like his friend, but he like helps him and stuff.
Yeah.
He gave him the old Falcon wings. That's what he did. And it's like, dude, I don't want you on this movie. Like, you're taking the spotlight here, man. Because like the end of the
Exactly.
movie is like, so they're okay. I hope if you're watching this, you've watched this movie.
You-
Because if
you-
not, you
you-
might
you
want to
could-
skip
you
this
could-
part.
You can spoil it because I have no intention of watching it.
Because I am going to spoil this movie to infinity and beyond. So, basically, the point of this movie is there's this new president. It's Ross. Y'all might not know him if you haven't been in the MCU, you haven't read the comics. Ross was a general in the army. He was very annoying and rude and stuff. He was around when Hulk was formed and stuff, I believe. He was in some of the MCU movies previously. But he was a general. He's also played by Harrison Ford in this movie, who I share a birthday with, so. But there was actually supposed to be a different actor who played him. The original actor who played him was supposed to be there, but he passed away before this movie was created. So they had Harrison Ford do it, and I'm like, okay, so who's gonna become the Red Hulk? Him. Like, what? The president becomes Red Hulk and tears up the
Interesting.
cities. What? And then he turns, like, halfway through the movie, the president turns on Sam, and I'm like, dude, you obviously need Sam. He's your lifeline in this situation, and you're just letting him leave? And so, I hate Sam's friend. Sam's friend's annoying. The little thumbs up from you.
My parents said the movie was so
Well,
I'm not watching it.
I had my hopes were set. If these are like high hopes, my hopes were set about here, about halfway. The movie exceeded them that much.
Right.
That much. Not high hopes type thing. That much. The movie wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. They were fighting over some island made out of vibranium. The entire movie. That was the whole point of this movie. The whole plot was they were getting into a war with other countries, and they were going to fight over this little giant island Colossus man made out of vibranium. And I'm like, buddy. And then Sam's friend gets injured flying into this thing, and then he falls to the ground, and I'm like, buddy. And then Bucky shows up for 2 minutes, and I'm like, y'all bring Bucky on here for 2 minutes. 2! And I'm like, so yeah, that's my opinion on the movie. Thunderbolts, I watched it not too long ago. I hope you're not planning on watching Thunderbolts either. Because, no, I watched Thunderbolts, so I had high hopes for this movie. I'm like, this movie's gonna be good. Because, dude, if a movie has Florence Pugh in it, if anything has Florence Pugh in it, no, it's gonna be. Florence Pugh's a British actor. She's the one who plays Yelena Belova. Black Widow. That's why I love Black Widow so much. She's so funny. But Florence Pugh, there's David Harbour, and then there's 3 other people. There's Bucky Barnes as well. But the little thumbs up slogan. But this movie was. I was expecting it. They didn't base it off the comic. So this movie's based off the comic books as well. It's based off the Thunderbolts comic books, and it's not entirely comic book accurate. None of these movies are comic book accurate all the time, but this movie was interesting because
Right.
basically the main character's named Bob. By the way, that's the funny part, and the main villain's named Void. But they find so basically Florence Pugh, the other Captain America, whatever his name is, he was the dude who like killed a guy with the shield and stuff. I forgot his name. I don't give a shit about him because he's. Oh wait, Walker. It was Walker. It was something Walker. But Walker basically is there. You've got Florence Pugh. Apparently, Taskmaster. Guess what?
What?
They advertised Taskmaster being in this movie. Taskmaster isn't even in the movie for more than 10 minutes. She gets like 4 minutes of screen time because she gets killed in the opening scene. So basically, what's happening is Florence Pugh is thinking back, or like Florence Pugh, who is Elena, she's thinking back on like her time and like she's telling us about this thing. And she's jumping off the building to go to do her mission. And then she's telling this all to like the security guard who she's tied up. She walks down, she has this little pet hamster and she's holding it in the city and she's like, yeah, the building's going to get, but building goes boom. And so they move to the next scene. And the next scene is whatever her name is, her boss. She was at like a press conference and stuff, and like she was getting in trouble with the CIA because she works for the CIA and stuff. So Florence Pugh, Yelena, gets sent to a warehouse where there's somebody going rogue. There was Walker, who also got sent there for the same reason. There's Ghost, who got sent there for the same reason, and Taskmaster. Ghost and Taskmaster are fighting. Yelena is there to kill Ghost, I believe. Or no, Taskmaster. Taskmaster's there to kill Ghost. Or no, Taskmaster's there to kill Walker. Yelena is there to kill Taskmaster. Taskmaster's there to kill Walker. Ghost is there to kill. No, Ghost is there to kill Walker. Taskmaster's there to kill Ghost. Yelena's here to kill Taskmaster. Taskmaster gets shot in the head by Ghost. After they do their little fight scene, fight scene. They let Bob free on accident. And then they do the little fight scene, and then they realize what's going on. But Ghost had already shot Taskmaster in the head at that point. And so they then see Bob standing there, like, when did you get in here? And then the incinerator turns on, because, like, their boss turns it on to kill them. They get out. They team up together, but, like, their boss sends somebody there, so they get out. Bob goes outside with no shoes on, because he's barefoot. He's in, like, these robes and stuff. So he walks outside, and they all point these guns at him, and they start to shoot him. He's bulletproof, so they all go through his body. He's fine. Then he starts to fly up. They zoom in on his feet, too. They zoom in on his bare feet, and I'm like, what? Why are you zooming on his feet? They zoomed in on his bare feet. He flew up to the sky, into the clouds, and they thought he was dead. He fell back down, plummeted on the ground, and they took him captive. Like, they took him. And then whatever her name is, takes him and makes him into the Sentry, who in the comics is the person in charge of the Void. So the Sentry, he's blonde. He's basically just Bob blonde with a little outfit on. And then they're running away. This is Bob's. They're running away because David Harbour, who is Red Guardian, I love Red Guardian. He's hilarious. But you've got Red Guardian, Yelena, Walker, and Ghost. They're all in the limo. The limo is a very weird term. I never thought I would use that term for a Marvel movie. So basically, Red Guardian owns a limo service, and he picks them up in a limo in the middle of a desert, might I add, the middle of nowhere, and he just starts driving. Straight line, and then there's these military vehicles that show up. But Bucky, this is the best scene of the movie. Bucky shows up with his little motorcycle, and he's got this gun that has like landmines that attach. He shoots the military cars out, and then they thought it was on their side, so they got super excited. And then Bucky shoots it at their car, and explodes it. And it's like, okay, buddy, plot twist. And then we go back to Bob, who's in this like room where he's being like treated and stuff, and he's being brainwashed basically. Then we cut back to them, and they're like,
the same song.
Hmm?
The same song is just played, even though it's not on loop.
That's wild. That's interesting. You're just special. And then you cut back to them in this room with like tied up and stuff, and then like they all and then so the name Thunderbolts came from Yelena's Pee Wee soccer team. Cause Red Guardian, he screamed at the top of his lungs in that scene, "Thunderbolts!" He just put his arms up, and I'm like, this is good. And then so they team up together to like take down whatever her name is, and they show up, but Sentry like fucks them up, and they basically made a kill switch for Sentry so that if he does and he goes against them, they push and he's dead. But rather than him dying, the Void comes out. So basically, the Void is just the Sentry, but completely blacked out, zero color in him, and he just starts shooting everywhere. And the thing is he makes people turn into shadows. So that's the shadows are meant to be bomb shadows. You know Hiroshima, where this nuclear bomb landed in Hiroshima. Everybody knows about Hiroshima mainly, but when people died to this bomb, they were basically reduced to ash. So there were shadows of people on these buildings in these ruined places because these were dead people. These were shadows of dead people who had been standing there when the bomb hit, and they were dead now. And it's like, that's insane shit. So that's what these were kind of, but instead of them dying, they saw their past memories. So Red Guardian went to save Yelena after she sacrificed herself, went into the Void, and they went to go save her. She was running through these rooms. There was this one room of her with her younger self, and her younger self was passed out at the bathtub because she was drunk as fuck and like high. And then her younger self starts choking her with a curtain of the bathroom shower, and I'm like, Jesus, this is violent.
Damn,
you're choking her with a shower curtain, for God's sake. And then the others show up and help her, and then they find Bob, who's trapped in this room where he feels safe. So they go through all of Bob's memories now, and then finally they get Bob out, and the movie ends off with all of them walking through rubble of the city to find the person who had sent them to be killed, to kill each other. And she's standing there with a press conference saying, "These," pointing at them, "are the new Avengers. I have formed them into a team, and they're here to help you." And I'm like, and also the end credit scene is them in their little like building with their outfits and stuff. And the end credit scene wasn't filmed at the same time as Thunder. It was filmed on the set of Avengers Doomsday.
Oh.
Because that is a clip, like that little thing is in Avengers Doomsday apparently. So that end credit scene leads into Avengers Doomsday, I guess. And like now they're the new Avengers. So apparently the movie was Thunderbolts with an asterisk. This is the first movie in history to ever have an asterisk in the title. And there was the asterisk there. And at the end, it changes the title from Thunderbolts to New Avengers. And I'm like, the asterisk was simply for you to reveal that they're the new Avengers. You could have done that in a way grander way, in a much crazier way that would have shocked us all. But just having her show up at the end saying, "I have made a new team. They're the new Avengers. They're gonna save the city. They saved the city. They're gonna help us all. It's gonna be great." The movie was good. The last 20 minutes of the movie. The last 20 minutes, because that was like the crazy scenes. That's when the movie was good. But that movie, my expectations were here. It went up about here. Not to like high, but yeah. Now people can cut back if they don't want to, if they are done with spoilers and stuff.
Yes.
I had to go on my rant about these movies.
That was a big. How long have we been doing this for?
We've been going for an hour.
Damn, already.
Yeah. DVD's been playing for an hour. I have no idea if it hit the corner yet, but I've moved to here because I remembered that it's gonna hit the left corner. So, nope. But if it does hit the corner, you'll still be able to see it. But that was my rant.
I'll probably find out in editing, to be fair.
Yeah, because you have to watch this entire video. all
Yeah, exactly.
over again.
Which is why I wanted to do it live, because then that way I didn't have to edit it.
Yeah, but then like everything that we didn't want people to see would be in it.
Most of the stuff's staying in anyway. I'm
And
probably
we
adding a
couldn't
few
put the
bleeps.
intro in either.
Not true. No. You just make a scene, make it play the video, then when it finishes, switch to this scene.
Also, sorry about the intro, guys. The intro's like got a watermark in it that I just can't get rid of without paying the company money. So I'm not paying the company money for an intro. So yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I'll get it fixed as soon as I can remember to get it fixed.
We also need to find better software for doing this, because while Discord temporarily works, it's just I don't want it to be the permanent solution. I want like a proper way of doing it.
I don't dislike Discord. Like it's not bad.
I don't dislike it either, but eventually, well, when we start
My
sharing
camera quality
screens
is
and
so
stuff,
bad.
that's gonna get difficult. I mean, I've said
It's so
why, but
pixely.
that's called digital noise.
No, it looks like
If
you know like
you
the little ant thing that goes on the TV. It's called ants.
uh
The little black and white dots all over the TV. Those are called ants. That's what it looks like. That's what my camera looks like. Hold on.
that's also referred to as digital noise. You can see it in some areas of my camera. It's because you don't. That's called having a poorly lit shot. So
That explains a lot. It's probably my LEDs.
if I turn this on, I mean, for one, it doesn't really help my glass. If I take it off, that's a
Ooh.
bit better.
Ooh.
But shut up. But having the ring light helps sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have a funny story actually. It
Oh,
involves a
boy,
ring
what is
light.
it? Oh gosh.
So my dad, I think I was in VC with you when this happened. So I was sitting in my office, and my dad opens the door. He knocks on the door and opens it up. And he's like, "Can you help me with something? I want to make a YouTube channel so I could review comics." Cause he's a nerd. And he has 5,000 comic books in our basement. 5,000. And I'm like, you have a problem. And he has like 300 Hot Wheels as well. He has Hot Wheels cars. But he walks in here and says, "Can you help me with something?" And he brings me into his office, and he's got a ring light with a phone stand and a camera there. And I'm like, "What's gonna be a microphone? You can't use a phone microphone." He pulls out this little gourd thing, and it's got a little microphone attached to it. I'm like, "No, you're not using that." And he's like, "I was going to," and I'm like, "No." You need to get one of the, like the ones where you plug it into the phone and then it wirely connects to the phone. That's what I said. He bought one of those. Never ended up using it. He has never made the channel. Never reviewed anything. I gave him like good shots to use, good lighting, and he's like, "Cool, I'll use this." Channel was created. Maybe 1 or 2 videos were posted. Nothing since. It's like, why'd I go through this? I spent 30 minutes with him going over this. I was in VC with people when I did this. My computer was sitting here. People trying to speak to me. And I was just in the other room. Down the hallway. And I'm like, cool. Like what? Oh, DVD.
I mean, it's still. I mean, it's still a 30 minutes well spent, if you ask me.
Yeah. But we now have a ring light and a phone stand. So, if I ever wanted to film a weird TikTok where like I'm doing weird trend or something, I could use that. I don't know. But yeah. I feel like the podcast is getting a little over here this episode. We're losing things to talk about. Why do you look like that? What the freak? What are you doing? You already have glasses. You don't need to put on the fake ones, bro. My fat thumb.
That's how we end the episode. We just just do that.
All right. Well, we're gonna probably end the episode here, anyways. So, hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. This is episode number 2. Comment down below if you saw the DVD hit at all, and also comment down below what you would like the theme of this podcast to be and what you'd like us to talk about on this podcast. So, hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.